and welcome you all. Guys, we are pleased to welcome you in this particular demo that we have planned for today that will cover all the course contents and make you familiar that what we are offering as part of this particular training program. Guys, myself Piyush Jain, I will be your trainer altogether for this particular complete course. And along with me, I have my two of my colleagues. They are representing Triotech Technology as an admin perspective. They will be helping you out during your journey about this particular course in terms of any issues or any access related activities that you're looking for. My team members are there and they will help you out in that course. Guys, please let me know if you are getting my voice properly. Is it audible properly, guys, before we start the session? Fine, guys. In case of no response, I get that everything is fine at my end. Guys, as part of this particular demo, I'm keeping yourself in mute. Okay. In case you are facing any questions, queries, doubts, concerns, please raise your hand, and in between, I will give you a time to ask for any those sort of questions to clarify your doubts. Otherwise, guys, in the end of the session, we will be taking one-on-one questionnaires also. Okay. And hopefully all your questions and doubts will be answered and clarified in the end of the session. So once again, welcome you guys. This particular training as we have planned, this is a free demo that we have planned for the training, that is Oracle Fusion Technical plus Oracle Integration Cloud. Guys, if talking about Oracle Fusion Technical, Oracle is a company that is having a product called Fusion, and they also have a product called OIC, which is called Oracle Integration Cloud. And this is a unique training program that we have planned and conducted based on the market research, based on the most of the job profiles that they have been asking for. So this is a training program to teach and learn about Oracle Fusion as a subject. And in terms of that, what are the job profile and what are the content, what are the real-time work experiences related to a technical consultant that we will be mostly focusing upon. Guys, talking about this particular course content, the training program that we have planned for, this is a low code, no code sort of platform, okay, where either no coding or very minimum sort of coding is required. Okay, majority of the things which any developer, any technical consultant which is supposed to do by writing the code has been replaced here either by dragging and dropping the components or either through by some sort of wizard. Some wizard will open, you will be answering those some sort of questions to the wizards, and automatically in background the code will be created for us. Okay, guys, talking about the course curriculum, this is the today we are conducting a free demo. Okay, the classes we are planning to have on a daily basis, Monday to Saturday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. daily. Almost this will be 45 days to 60 days class. Roughly we will be cover 50 plus hours of course contents and daily recorded trainings. Okay, guys, to attend this particular course contents, okay, these are the free few of the prerequisites. Actually, in terms of training, in terms of learning, there is no prerequisites are needed, but in terms of to attend this particular training program and to get best benefit, guys, it's required that okay, you should be ready to accept as a learning mindset. Okay, you should need to have a good laptop and an internet connection. We recommend that okay, the participants should join the classes from the laptop, not from the phones or iPads, because it not be very much convenient for you to join from those particular sort of devices. Okay, guys, this particular sort of training required that you should be indulge yourself into a self-learning sort of environment where you will be spending time after the session. Also, you need to spend time to look into the videos and do the assignments which we are going to provide to you guys. Okay, guys, first thing is very important. Anybody who's from the EBS background, Oracle Fusion and Oracle EBS are two different tools. Okay, I request anybody specifically who's from the EBS background or PeopleSoft or JD Edward background, the people who are from the Oracle related enterprise applications, please do not start comparing while learning these particular tools with the Fusion. Fusion is altogether a different tool, a very advanced tool with these particular sort of sort of tools. So the things which you are going to do into EBS or PeopleSoft may does not exist or may exist with different ways. So, or maybe very simpler approaches are available into Fusion. So uh, there is no point that we will be start comparing during the course of learning. Definitely, once we learn the concept, once we practice the things, if you have any doubts, queries, or if you want to compare or discuss, I am there to address those queries. But the first point is that being as a student, don't rush towards finding the solutions for your real-time projects or real-time things. Okay, that will not help you to learn properly about the subject. Okay, guys, there is a saying that I used to say, you are a driver but here to be a pilot. So if you have any prior experience, that prior experience may be for the car driver, but here we are there to learn about to become a pilot of a plane. So both the things are to ride the things, but riding a bike, motorcycle and car and riding a plane is a different thing that require a different sort of skills, different sort of capabilities. So let's focus to become a pilot and forget about what we have learned about the being driver. Okay, guys, once you're going to join this particular training program, it is very important to know why should you take up this particular course or any of the course that is related to the ERP trainings. Okay, so guys, the reality behind these particular sort of courses is that these courses will help you to secure a good high paid job. Okay, best in the packages, you will getting an on-site opportunity, this sort of job profiles where we are being an ERP consultant and all, be it any of the technology, that technology is an ERP tool, we could be having a recession free job. Okay, these sort of careers has not been impacted by recession. I personally have witnessed two recessions. Okay, two cold recession and one, you can say, uncold and undeclared recessions that is happening for last 3 years. I have witnessed these three recessions into my career, but I have not seen any downfall into a work profile or any sort of you can say unsecurity into the job profile of who's working as a ERP consultant. Okay, guys, while you are working as an ERP consultant, you will be always freshness of work. There has been lot of new things which has been offered by the tool itself, and while working and providing the consulting to different client, different business users, you will be always getting a freshness of work, dealing and working with different customers, different end users, and providing and solutioning their real-time business needs. Okay, so guys, this sort of technology does not require you that you should need to think of changing the domain, or the growth is not available, or there is a tangent growth. After that, you have to switch through some other technology or some other work profile. No, that is not required. This particular course itself, this particular technology that is ERP is last 6 to 7 decades is there, old technology, and it is keep evolving, keep you can say progressing in a way that new and advanced things are keep coming in, and we as a consultant will keep grasping new and new things and utilizing those particular skill sets to address our business queries. Okay, guys, it is very important that, okay, whether you're taking any particular course, what sort of job opportunities could arise where you could grab the jobs. Okay, so guys, these ERP consultants could grab a job into three different kind of you could say companies. Okay, these companies may be a product based company like Oracle, Microsoft. These are the companies who actually owns the product. These ERP product may be built by these particular companies, and these companies may be hiring an Oracle Fusion trained consultants because they need new enhancement into the project. They need the enhancements which were done to be tested into the project. So they need a skilled professional of that particular subject area. Other than that, guys, there could be a service-based companies like TCS, Accenture, HCL. These are the companies who should look for a trained fusion technical, non-technical, functional, different sort of functional or technical consultant, so that they can provide the services to their end client. Okay, they are into a business to serve to the different sort of customers, so they require a pool of consultant that who will understand the business requirement, who will work with the client and provide and offer the solutions to those particular clients. And guys, there are certain end user, or you can say client based companies. These are the actual companies who are like big manufacturing units, big organization, and to run and manage their organizations in terms of different sort of you can say resources to be managed. Okay, these companies may require and they have purchased these ERP softwares, and to run and manage this particular software, these companies may have purchased the software from Oracle, hire TCS as their service partner who will support them managing these particular softwares, and but internally they also require some sort of expert of those particular tools and technology to support internally to the companies to run their day-to-day BAU operations. Okay, guys, this is very important that okay, you may be from varied sort of culture, varied sort of you can say uh, backgrounds. Okay, you may be a college student, you may be a fresher looking out for some sort of internship, you may be having a long breaks into your career, you are aspirants who are looking for to transition from an IT background to non-IT background, non-IT background to IT background. Okay, or you are a working professional who has a willingness to progress, who has a willingness to change the domain. Okay, or somebody who's already into the Oracle or ERP subject area, but you want to transition yourself or upgrade your skills to seek and achieve your goals in terms of promotions, in terms of job change, in terms of pay package hike, in terms of some sort of certification. So, guys, that is the reason if you are from any of these particular pool set, this particular course has been designed for any of the member who belongs to any of these particular pools. Okay, talking about guys, this particular training may be offered by n number of you can say institutes and all. Then what will be the reason or what the unique thing that we as a Triotech consultancy may be offering you guys, or why you have going to choose us to get trained? So guys, we are basically specialized into the Oracle training. We are not having sort of any diversion in terms of any other subject area. We are a specialized training institute by Oracle. Okay, we have conducted over 1,000 particular batches. We have trained almost 20,000 plus sort of consultants. We have been already coordinated and collaborated with multiple MNCs and participating as their valued corporate training partners. We have a very real-time professionals who are experienced trainers. These are not just the tutors, but they are the actual solution architect sort of profile into the Oracle Fusion sort of subject areas. Okay, and guys, we have 100% satisfaction score by the participants who have joined in. In addition to that, we are going to offer 100% hands-on practical training with all the code components. Okay, almost 200 plus real-time code components has been already created and will be available to you from the very first day once you get enrolled into the course. Okay, so guys, these are the main areas that we are offering, that we are one of the best into the market. That is the reason we recommend you to go with some sort of ERP training, and to do those ERP training we are the best place to start with. Okay, guys, talking about while you are enrolling for any of the course, okay, apart from the course, whatever the course is, what is the market value of that particular course, what sort of institute, what sort of offerings, and the name and the brand value of the institute is. In addition to that, it is very important to know who's going to be your trainer. Okay, because by end of the day, the trainer is the one who's going to be conducting a training, making you learn about that particular subject area. So guys, I am a Oracle certified professional. I am working with one of the biggest MNCs into the world. Previously, I have worked with TCS, GE, Oracle. I have a good corporate training experience for over more than 15 years at the moment. Okay, I have trained almost 2,000 plus consultants, and I am holding an entirely 18 plus years of experience. So that is a brief profile about me and the kind of methodology that I'm going to follow while training. I follow a complete hands-on practical demonstration and the assignment sort of technology, and there will be less PPT because this particular training is meant for more of a learning perspective about the technical concepts, technical tools, technical solutioning of the different sort of business problems. Okay, so that is a brief about me. And guys, it is also very important to know at the start of the course that okay, once you get yourself enrolled into the course, once you decided that okay, you are willing to invest your time, money, energy into this particular course, what as a participant you are going to grab from us. So guys, it is very intuitive course. You will be getting all hands-on practical discussions, practical demonstration. You will be provided with the interview questions, job assistance. You will be provided 5 months of access for Fusion application, which is very costly software. You will be provided with 2 months of OIC access. All these recordings that we are going to do, all the live sessions, online sessions that we are going to have, we have our own online e-learning portal where daily training videos will be uploaded and you will be having an access for those particular training videos for lifetime. Okay, guys, there are almost 200 plus project components that we are going to demonstrate and discuss and practically see those things, and everything will be provided to you for free access that you can access, utilize, leverage into your live projects. Okay, guys, we are going to provide you on call assistance if you require. That assistance may be during your learning or during your actual job. Okay, we will be supporting you with some sort of real-time job assistance, mock interviews. We have collaborated with lot of big MNC recruiters because we are one of the best training institute in terms of Oracle Fusion. Uh, Most of the training recruiters and the biggest MNCs are trusting us based on our reviews, based on the quality of training, and the based on consultants that we have prepared and deployed to those organizations. And guys, since we have trained almost 20,000 plus since 20,000 plus students, they have been already working and distributed across different sort of MNCs. So we have a large pool that offer real-time job opportunities which are getting created, and we will be referring and supporting you to get you placed into some of your dream jobs. Guys, now if you are working and learning these particular sort of trainings, and you will be deployed into some sort of institutes, or you will be working with some of the organization and you will be deployed to work on to some of the projects, guys. So it is very important to understand what are the different type of projects that you are working on. Guys, you may be working into some sort of, you can say, implementation project. You may consider that okay, there is a land, and in that land there is a fresh building that is supposed to be constructed. So there may be a client who has purchased the land and they have hired you that okay, please build the house for me. Support sort of project, guys, that already there is a land on that, there is already some building is there, that building is some hotel is already in operation and somebody has hired you to support for any sort of maintenance activity. Okay, enhancement is something building is already there but they does not have any sort of ballroom or disco or maybe any sort of facility, and they want to enhance that particular facility. The building is already a 3-floor building, they want to extend it for 5 floor. That is a sort of enhancement work. So similarly, once the companies are purchasing the Oracle software, they want the software to be implemented for their real-time uses as per their company requirement. So after the implementation, once the companies are using that particular software, they may require some sort of support projects to be executed with the pool of consultant that may be supporting the companies to run and manage an operation through that particular software. Okay, in addition to that, guys, with the period of time, once the company has invested, there may be new needs for an enhancement, new upgrades, new data migrations, or the company has purchased the software and implemented the software to run and manage their resources into one localization, maybe in India. Now the company has been started operating into UAE, US, Canada, Japan, France, and for each of the location, they want to extend the uses of this particular software. That is called rollout projects. So guys, as a consultant, as an ERP consultant, once you join any of the organization, you may be working into different sort of projects. Okay, there is nothing that okay, any sort of different type of project type which is good or bad, but in a nutshell, these are the different kind of project types that may be running and operational into any of the organization. And as a consultant, once we join the companies, we may be working into these sort of projects. Okay. Consultant role, guys. Once you became a consultant, guys, please understand one thing very clearly. This particular course is going to bring you a consultant sort of skill set. It is not going to make you a developer. You are not going to be a software engineer. You are already a software engineer. You are already a developer. You have passed your engineering out. Okay, this is going to make you a consultant, and there has been different sort of roles of consultant. You may be a technical consultant who will this particular course is designed for. Okay, the technical consultant will be doing with working into automating the things, expediting the things, bring more sort of accuracy to the system. Okay, and reduce the effort, make the system work more efficiently. That is the work of a technical consultant. Guys, in addition to that, there is a functional consultant. The functional consultant is somebody who will be doing some sort of configuration setups, these sort of work that the functional consultant is doing. The end user is somebody, guys, suppose the software has been run and up and running, and somebody who's supposed to use this particular software to hire an employee, to terminate an employee, to create a supplier, to create an invoice. So different sort of end users who's going to use the software to make some sort of day-to-day operations into that software, that is called end user. Similar way, guys, there is a combination of a techno-functional consultant who's having a skill set of some skill set of technical consultant, some skills of a functional consultant. And eventually, guys, even if you have started as a technical consultant or functional consultant, mostly the technical consultant, with a period of time, with the experience that they gain, they will slowly and steadily transition themselves from a technical consultant to a techno-functional consultant. Okay. And guys, there is a need for an integration specialist, these sort of consultants who are majorly working into build the integration to make two systems communicate with each other. They are responsible that, okay, something is happening into system A, and that is going to be conveyed and pass those sort of information to system B. Like suppose, guys, TCS is the company who's using Fusion ERP as a software, and they are supposed to hire some employee. The moment the hiring of the employees happening into this particular software, which is being run and managed for managing the resource of a company called TCS, TCS wants this new hire employee data should need to be sent to HDFC Bank. Why to send to the HDFC Bank? Because the moment the new person has been hired, a new bank account has to be opened by HDFC Bank. That is a business case. But guys, HDFC Bank is not using Oracle products, or they may be using Microsoft product or IBM product or maybe SAP product. So these are two different systems. They doesn't know their language. If these are two different people, how these two people may be communicating? There may be some translator, there may be some mediator who knows both the word, or who will help as a building a bridge between these two particular application. That is a role of an integration consultant that we are going to learn while learning the OIC as a tool. Okay. And guys, to manage the entire company, to manage the entire software, definitely there is a pool of consultant which are the administrator, who will be giving and managing the application from the administrative proof management sort of thing. Guys, this particular training program has been designed and specialized for making you a technical consultant. Oracle Fusion Technical Consultant. Oracle Fusion Technical Consultant. So what is the role that a technical consultant is supposed to work upon? What are the tools? What are the major areas that we are working upon? These are the major areas, guys. As a technical consultant, we have been asked that, okay, we have a bulk data available, and we want that data to be migrated into our newly implemented software. So guys, we will be working and supporting the business to manage with the data. By doing bulk data operations, we want to delete bulk data, we want to update the data, we want to create the data, these sort of operations. Guys, reporting is the need. Different organizations want different sort of reports to be extracted. Some data has to be extracted from the software to be sent it across with some legal authorities, to send it across with different departments, to manage and do some sort of data reconciliations, to read the data, to make some effective decision making. For that particular purpose, guys, we as a technical consultant has been hired, and we will be supporting with our skill sets to build these sort of reports for our end clients. Guys, we have been working upon some sort of customization and personalization. Software is available and we want to change the look and feel of the application. Like guys, if I have provided you this particular PPT, this is the PPT that is a standard PPT that I am going to provide you, but you want to make the customization of this particular PPT, that instead of this particular 6 bullets you want to add 3 more bullets, okay? Or you want to personalize this PPT, that instead of this blue background you want to make it as a yellow background or green background, something like that you want to do. That is called personalization and customization. Same way guys, once the organization has purchased the software, this software is having a look and feel and the features as per the default features provided by Oracle. But as per your organization requirement, in case you want to do some sort of customization, personalization, adding your own logo, adding some sort of links to the application, adding some sort of additional pages to the application, adding some sort of customization to the form, making certain fields mandatory and making certain fields hidden, these sort of work as a technical consultant we will be working upon. Guys, in addition to that, the approval management is very important aspect of a technical consultant that we will be learning and working upon. As an approval management, like suppose there is a process that okay, somebody is trying to hire an employee. Once the HR tries to hire an employee, the data is not going to be saved into the system directly. It should need to be reviewed by some head HR, and once head HR has reviewed and approved, it should need to be reviewed and approved by the head of the department. Once these two particular approving authority will review and approve the transaction, then only the transaction is going to be committed into the system. So guys, we are going to learn about to build our custom workflows, custom approval managements, like for different sort of business transaction. The companies have their own set of approval authority to define into the system. So who's going to work on to define those custom approval management? Technical consultants are required to do all those sort of work for the clients. Okay. And guys, as we said that okay, there is a business need that the data has to be exchanged between two or more applications. So we required a technical consultant to work on to exchanging the data between or among multiple applications. And technical consultant may be using their skill sets, using different sort of tools, techniques that are offered by Oracle within the domain, within the framework of Oracle Fusion, to make things better, to make things efficient, to automate the things. Okay, so technical consultant may be working all together with different sort of techniques to make things more efficient to the client. Okay. Guys, now talking about, as we said, that this particular course is for anybody or everybody. It doesn't discriminate on your age, color, grade, sex, and in terms of your experience, your IT background, non-IT background, or you are a fresher, or you have a different sort of, you can say, goals about to attend this particular training program. You have a goals to get a job, you have a goals to promote, to get a domain change, you want to any of the goals that you're targeting. Guys, this particular course is for everybody, and we are starting the course from the foundation. Guys, we are not leaving any topic unturned which you are not familiar and which may be required as a base to learn this particular course. So we will be providing you and starting this particular course with the foundation layer, where we will be providing you all the accesses. We will be giving you and making you onboarded about this particular course, and we will be teaching you accessing the software, navigating through the Fusion application, what is the security, how we are going to log in into the application, what is the administrative tasks which are available, different sort of tools and utilities, small tools and utilities. And to learn about this particular thing, since everything and in this word is a data and information, what is data, how to save the data, what is information, what is the different sort of ways that we can save the information, whether it is a file based or a database. So file based, what sort of operations which are available into the file, we can either create a new file, read a content into the file, write a content into the file, delete the file altogether, cut, copy, paste. All these operations we will be discussing in detail. Guys, this particular training required you to have a understanding and learning about SQL. SQL is the only programming language that is required for the entire course. Okay. And in that SQL, guys, anybody who's having a background of SQL, PLSQL, please note in the work of Oracle Fusion, PLSQL is not in place. PLSQL we cannot use here in Fusion. Only SQL is allowed. In SQL also, guys, there may be different sort of things, like we have a different sort of language, DML language, TCL language and all. Nothing is applicable, nothing is in use. Only in SQL we are supposed to allow to write only select statement. We can only query the language. So whatever the concepts related to the SQL that we are going to learn here from scratch. Guys, as we said that, okay, we are going to learn about the select statement. So in select statement, guys, only these sort of permutation and combinations exist, like how to write and select a statement, what is a select clause, where clause, how to add a filters into the data, how to use some sort of functions to do some sort of calculation, writing a select statement, inner queries, any sort of joins that we are going to do, any sort of data types that we are supposed to refer across. All these permutation and combinations we are going to learn while learning about the basics of SQL statement. Okay. Guys, talking about now, before we start working on to what exactly this particular detailing of this particular course and what sort of, as we said that, okay, we are going to work as a technical consultant to work on to building the reports. So Oracle has given some sort of technologies to build the reports, or sort of technologies to extract the data, and we are going to learn on to all those particular things. But before that, guys, please understand what is the methodology that we are going to follow. Guys, we are working on to become a technical consultant, but becoming a technical consultant also required roughly that by the start itself you will be a techno-functional consultant, because you may be 95% technical but 5% functional. You should need to know how to log in into the application, how to navigate to the application, how to access different sort of pages into the application, how to search an employee, or how to do some sort of transaction in terms of searching, creating, editing, deleting, these sort of operations for any of one of the business entity, maybe the employee, maybe the supplier, maybe the purchase order, maybe the invoices. So if you get to familiar yourself how to navigate to the application for any of the business object, the look and feel, the transaction type, the navigation, everything will remain common across the application. So if you are able to understand from one business object perspective, you will be able to have understanding for all business perspective. Okay. So guys, we will be working upon by logging the application global buttons, how to navigate, how to search, how to create, edit and delete the things, how to duplicate the records, and what is instances. Guys, this entire software, the Fusion application, is a cloud-based software, guys. As we said that, okay, if you have a laptop, if you have an internet connection, in that internet, guys, if you have a some sort of browser installed into your application, into your operating system, maybe Chrome, maybe Microsoft Edge, Mozilla, you have been provided with some sort of URL as well as username and password. And using these three things, guys, you can access this particular Oracle Fusion application. And using that particular software, once you log in into that, there has been different sort of tools, techniques, functionalities which has been applicable and available to you as a user, and you can use those particular features. So all these things we will be discussing as part of this particular foundation building block about this particular training. Okay. Guys, talking about the different sort of transaction, as we said that, okay, what is transaction? That is very important to learn and understand. So guys, as part of this particular training program, very basic, we are focusing on to fetch and work onto the technical concept. But in one of the session, it is very important while we are making you understand about learning different sort of tools and navigations of the application, we should be learning about some of the transactions. One of the major transactions into the human capital management is to manage work structures. Guys, there has been different sort of work structures are nothing but these are the building blocks. Once this job grade, position, location has been defined into the system, then only the software may hire some employee, because once you're hiring the employee, you have to tell in which location you are working, what is your job, what in which department the person has to be hired, what is the position, all these things has to be tagged to the employee. So we will be looking out these particular screens in very brief, because as a technical consultant, if we have been asked to fetch the data, so after building the report, we have to come and validate. How we are going to validate? Either we have to rely on somebody to navigate to these screens and test and validate the data, or otherwise, if we have the knowledge and the access, we can also briefly validate before communicating this back to the end user or to the client or to the functional consultant that we have done our job. Okay. Same way, guys, employee related transactions. We are not going much into the detail, but just for your understanding purpose, in HCM, there may be some sort of transactions happening, like new persons are getting hired, existing persons are getting terminated. There may be some transfers happening of the employee, promotions happening. Some employee may want to add their bank details, their dependent details. Some may want to update their personal details. They may need to add their educational details, their passport details. All these comes into the personal details. And guys, all these transactions may be executed by HR or the employee by themselves. So in case any transactions is happening into the system, okay, and these transactions should need to be reviewed and approved by somebody. So as a Fusion technical consultant, we will be defining a custom workflow for these similar sort of transactions, so that if somebody is trying to add a bank details, that bank details should need to be reviewed and approved by the finance head. Okay, once the finance head will review and approve, then only these bank details will be committed into the system, and then only the salary will be credited into this new bank account. Otherwise, until unless, even as the employee has updated but the transaction has not been approved by the finance head, the salary will not go into the new account. The salary will still go into the previous account only. Okay. Same way, guys, from the supply chain perspective, these are the major transactions which are happening, like creating a supplier, editing a supplier, creating a request for quotation, adding a customer, adding a different sort of products into the inventory so that these products can be sold, and all these sort of things. So guys, at a high level, if we understand any of the navigation for the software, you will be able to navigate to any of these particular pages and open these particular pages, search for the data, edit the data, or create the data for these sort of transactions. Similar way for financial also, guys, the end user, the business user is going to work some sort of transaction into the financial domain. And guys, why I have mentioned these sort of transaction, like this particular training program is not discriminating based on any sort of module. This particular training is being designed to run and manage entire Fusion technical space. Whatever the tools which are available into the Fusion technical space, maybe certain tools which are common, which will work across modules, or certain tools which are very specific to the modules. All those tools we will be learning as part of this particular training program. Okay. Adding to that, guys, as we said that, okay, there has been major work that a technical consultant will be working upon. That major work is to work on to supporting the business by creating some sort of data extract. This data has been extracted, like, guys, on a monthly basis. Once the company is running the payroll and making the payment of each and every employee that has been hired by the company, they want to extract the data of this particular payment that they have done, and they want to send this data that for each employee, what is the total PF that has been deducted. This report has to be generated into a specific order that has been expected and accepted by the Income Tax Department of India, and the companies need to extract this data and need to send this data on a monthly basis to Income Tax Department of India. That is the objective. That is a business scenario that okay, the data has to be extracted. So guys, one way is that okay, there may be 1 lakh employee for which the payroll has been running. The HR or somebody, some business user will manually prepare the file in Excel or something and send that file manually over a mail or some sort of medium to Income Tax Department. Or the other way is that okay, as a technical consultant, we will pitch in and we will be using some of the tools, different sort of techniques that has been provided by Oracle to build the report and automate that data extraction, getting the data, transform that data, represent that data into an acceptable format that has been accepted by Income Tax Department of India. Since it is a government entity, they might be having some sort of specific requirement that okay, the data has to be in this order, separated by comma, there has to be some header, there may be some comments, something. Whatever the way that the business has to extract the data to be shared across with different entities for different purpose, these sort of tools and techniques which has been offered by Oracle that we are going to learn. These technique guys, major technologies that we are working upon. BIP, any technical consultant, you do any work, you have been working as a reporting guy, you will be working as a data loading consultant, you will be working as an integration specialist or customization specialist, or you may be working into approval management. Guys, you do anything, any subject area, any work, but you should need to be skilled and working onto BIP. 90% of the work for any of the technology will work and start with BIP. Either you have to extract the data for your own understanding purpose, for your validation purpose, for reconciliation purpose, or to share this data across team, to across different departments, to across different sort of business entities. So BIP is the main subject that we have to focus and learn about. Okay, but guys, in addition to that, there are certain tools like HCM extract is also a tool. This is a tool that is very specific for HCM. Anyone who's working into the Fusion HCM technical, HCM extract is one of the technology. These two tools, BIP and OTBI, these are the common tools. It doesn't matter whether you are working into HCM space or financial space. And guys, BIP is a primary tool that gives you the full control, and this is the global tool. OTBI is simple tool. It is very simple, no coding, only just dragging and dropping. But it is having some sort of limitations that we will be learning as part of this particular training program. Guys, why I said that okay, this is not a developer program, this is a consulting program, because once you learn all these tools which are available into the market in a workspace of a Fusion, you as a consultant should need to evaluate the business problems, you should need to understand the business requirements, you should need to understand how those business requirements will can be fulfilled in a best, most efficient, and you can say in a most efficient and a timely manner, with most of the reduced cost that will help and support the business. Accordingly guys, you will choose the technology, you will understand, you will do the POC, you will suggest, you will present, and you will offer the solution. You will convince the customer, to your team lead, to your solution architect, that okay, for this particular solution, for this particular problem statement, this is the solution that I'm going to build, and this is the right solution. You will convince them, you will present them. That is the reason guys, this is a consulting word. You have to work as a consultant, present yourself, present your ideas, present your solutions, and once the solution is ready, you have to train the users to use that particular solution. And guys, these sort of things are very impactful work. Whatever the work that you're going to do, you know what is the work is supposed to be done. You know why this work is required, why this report is required, which department is requiring this report. If we don't provide this report, what will happen? What will be the impact? If we provide the report, how the department is going to use this data, at what frequency they are going to extract the data, once they extract the data, to whom they are going to share the data, once they are going to share the data, what will happen, what will be the impact of sharing that data. So guys, you as a consultant will know the very impactful you can say work the impact of your work is being very much visible to you. It is not something that you are coding for very big software or very big sort of website, and you doesn't know whether the code which you are writing, where it is going to be used, where it is going to be placed, whether it is being used or not used. Okay. So guys, as part of data extraction and report, we have multiple technology. From the UI itself, manually we can extract the data, some small sort of data, but we can extract manually also. Then BIP is the primary technology that we will be learning. OTBI is the technology. HCM extract, which is very specific for human capital management. Guys, we are going to learn and work very much in detail OIC, which is a main real-time sort of very much in high in demand sort of technology to extract the data, to integrate the data from one application to another application. And to integrate the data through OIC, guys, we need HCM extract, we need BIP, we need OTBI, we need web services. So we will be seeing all these things one by one, and the integration and utilizing of all these technology through OIC to extract the data. All these things has been covered into this particular training program. Okay. Similar to that, guys, once we are learning about data extracting techniques, there has been different sort of tools that are available for loading the data. Some of the tools, guys, wherever in this particular course in the subject area of fusion, wherever any sort of tool, any sort of a screen that you will see that will be starting with H or HCM, guys, these sort of tools are specific for human capital management. Okay, using these tools you cannot manage and load or manage the data that is for financial and supply chain. But guys, it doesn't mean that okay, there is how we will be handling the bulk data of financial. Guys, there has been several other tools which are specific to finance or supply chain. Some tools are for common, some tools are specific to the modules. All these tools have their own limitation, advantages, disadvantages. As part of this particular training program, we will be learning about all these particular tools practically in detail. Like HDL and FBDA are two major tools to handle bulk data. Bulk data means it is not only limited to 100, 200, 10,000. Even if you have 10 lakh records to be uploaded into the system, these technology will help and support you. HSDL is a technology specific to the HCM, but it is simpler, it is little lighter, and this once you create this technology, you will hand over this technology to business user. It is some creating some sort of Excel file. Using this Excel file, business can key in the data into the Excel file about the first name, last name, middle name, date of hire, date of birth, some sort of details that are required to hire the employee. Okay, instead of a user going to the screens, navigating to the screens, opening the forms, filling the details into the form one by one for each person. But suppose the HR is supposed to hire 100 employees, so they can download this Excel file using this technology called HSDL. They will fill in the data for 100 employees into that Excel file and click onto upload button. Once you click onto upload button, the data will migrate from your Excel file into the Fusion application, ensuring those 100 records will be created into the Fusion application and hired successfully into the Fusion application. So guys, these are the different techniques that we are going to learn as a data load techniques also. Okay. Talking about, guys, this is not a Fusion technical consultant job. This is a work of an administrator. Administrator will define and manage the security of the application, how the new users are to be created, what roles are supposed to be assigned to the user, how to create a new custom roles, how to simulate that, okay, based on the roles which has been assigned, what sort of access has been granted and not granted. To validate those things, there is a tool that is simulator is available. All these tools can be utilized by the administrator. In the real-time project work, all this work has been handled and managed by the Fusion administrator. But as part of this particular training, we are covering these particular aspects also: how to create a user, activate a user, deactivate the user, and you may say log the user account. You may need to add new roles to the user, remove new roles, existing role from the user. We need to change the password of the user. Okay, compare the user, like there is a user Piyush, there is a user called Kumar. We need to compare the roles access for the user, compare the roles, that there is a role 1 and role 2. What sort of, if we assign role 1, what it will do, if we assign role 2 to the user, what sort of privileges we can assign and what those work can be done. All these things we will be discussing in detail. Okay. In addition to that, guys, as we said that, okay, there are some sort of different utilities that has been offered by Oracle, small tools, some sort of utilities that has been offered by Oracle. These are the utilities. Even few more utilities are there. We will be learning all these utilities. These utilities will help us to utilize the tool in more efficient way, and these utilities may be internally required or may be supported by the core technology that we are going to work upon to extract the data or to load the data. These are the utilities which are internally in use by these sort of technologies that we are going to learn while loading the data or extracting the data. Okay. and and as we said that, okay, as a technical consultant we may be required to do the customization and personalization of the software. So to customize and personalize the software, guys, there are requirement, there are several different tools offered, very small, very user friendly and very easy tools. No coding, no deployment time, no downtime. Okay, the moment you set the properties, and that will start reflecting into the software immediately. So guys, for that we have these sort of tools available. Sandbox, user interface text, like in case you want to change the user interface text, suppose your company says first name, but you don't want to put it the label as first name, you want to put the label as imply first name. So you will do the changes, changing the label text. You want to add new pages into the software, you want to change the look and feel of the application, like you want to change this slide should not be white in color, this should be pink in color. Okay, this bullet should not be triangle but round. This should not be uh, simple text but it should be italic. All these look and feel sort of things you want to work upon, there is a tool that is called appearances. We will be working on to that. There is a tool that HCM Design Studio. Tool is specific for the HCM screen, and this particular tool will help us to do the, just a second guys. Sorry. This tool is going to help customization and personalization, a field level personalization. Like you want to hide some particular field, you want to make some particular field as a mandatory, you want to hide some section, you want to show some section. All these things we will be handling through this. And guys, once we are going to do some sort of customization and personalization in one of the lower instance, how to migrate that into the production, that we will be doing. Guys, just to cut you short, there is no specific tool available specific to the customization and personalization. All the work that we are going to do, all this work we have to repeatedly do into different sort of things. All are manual work. Okay, why it is manual, why there is no tool available, that we will be discussing and concluding while we are learning and working about the customization and personalization. Okay. In addition to that, guys, as we very specific, we said that, okay, BIP is one of the major tool that we are going to learn about. So in BIP, guys, we will be learning and discussing about the administrative task, like how to create a report, how to copy a report, run a report, schedule a report, how to extract the data from the report, how to rename the report, how to move the location of the report, how to give the access of a report to the business user. All these are the administrative tasks that we are going to learn about. Then guys, as a technical consultant, definitely we are going to build the custom reports. So to build the reports, what are the components of the reports, what are the best practices to build the report? And we know that, okay, BIP is the technology that is based on the extracting the data directly from the databases. So writing a component, writing an SQL queries, all these things we will be learning and discussing. And we know that, okay, the data has to be extracted and represented into some sort of manner. Like this is the data that I'm presenting. How I'm representing a data, that there should be 5 blue color bullet into an hexagon, and after that there are 6 bullet point. This is the way that I want to represent the data. You may be requiring to put across this data in some different manner. So guys, there has been different ways that we are building and representing the data. For that, there has been different techniques that we are having, that is templates. We are going to learn about these particular templates, how to schedule the report, how to manage the security of the report. Like suppose Piyush is the user who's the HR manager of India. If he's running the report to get the new hire employee report, I will be getting all the employees who are hired into India, while Kumar is the manager from the USA and he's running the same report. He should be getting an access and the data for the US hired employee. He should not be able to extract and see the data which he's not authorized to, and I'm not able to see and extract the data which I'm not authorized to. How that is handling, that we will be discussing while building these reports, the real-time scenarios related to extract this data and applying the security on those particular reports. Okay. Same way, guys, OTBI analysis is one of the technology admin tasks, subject areas, how to build those particular report, column properties, how to represent the data into graphical view, how to add different sort of layout and structures. Since this particular technology does not read any sort of coding, it is just a drag and drop sort of functionality. So we will be learning how to define the graphs and different layouts from the UI itself. Dashboard is one of the technology that we will be learning in detail. This is very intuitive and very interesting and very important in terms of that whatever the data that you are extracting, you should be providing the data access to higher management. So higher management is not going to run one report separately. They will be having their dashboards. When they log in and see the dashboard, all the real-time information should be visible to them over the dashboard only. Okay. Guys, as part of this particular training program, as we said that, okay, we are going to cover up everything in detail from the scratch. So as we said that, okay, there may be certain tools where we are writing some code, or there may be 90% of the things or 95% of the things we are not writing the code, but we are setting some properties, we are answering some questions, or we are just dragging and dropping the things, and internally Oracle is writing the code. And guys, in this particular software, anything and everything that is data is going to be saved. It is going to be saved into some database. Database must be having table must be having rows must be having some columns. So whatever the fields that you are entering into the front end must be have associated table, rows and column where that is going to be saved for that particular record. Okay. But to exchange the data, the global standard practice has been used, and all that data has been represented and exchanged in terms of XML. We are never going to build any XML file from scratch in the entire course. It is not required. But Oracle internally might be creating some files which are into the XML format. So it is beneficial that as a technical consultant, we should not be blind that what is XML. So we will be discussing what is XML, why we are using XML, what are the benefits, what are the different sort of tags, what is XPath. All these things we will be discussing in detail about XML. Same way, there is something called JSON. JSON is an advanced new technology in terms similar to XML. The data can be represented into JSON format also. So we will be discussing all these things about the JSON as a technology also. Okay. And guys, most important, these XML, JSON, web services, these are the building blocks for the integration specialist. Once we are working and moving and transitioning from the Fusion technical course to a OIC, these are the building blocks that we should be very much skilled and experienced with. So we will be learning and discussing about these particular tools. What is service? What is web services? What is who's the provider of the service? Do we need to create any web services? No, we are never going to create any web services. Guys, we are not into a developer sort of tools. We are not being a developer. There may be Oracle may be hired some developer. They have created the web services and exposed those services for consultants to use. We are here in the world to offer the solutions. For the solution, we identify different sort of services which are available in an open market or by Oracle or by third-party companies. If we are suiting to those particular services, we will make use those sort of services to craft our solutions for our end user. So different type of services, SOAP services, REST services, different sort of tools, that is SOAP UI tool, Postman as a tool, all these things we will be discussing in detail from the theory as well as the practical demonstration. Almost 50 plus services and their functions practically we will be looking the real time 50 plus operations of the web services we are doing in this particular training. Okay, talking about guys that OIC, which is the major part, we will be learning OIC as a basic administrative task, basic navigations, component, different sort of integration type, which type of integration which we are supposed to build at which sort of scenario, different sort of versioning of OIC, the history of OIC, before OIC, what was the tools which were used. Okay, is it mandatory to always use OIC? Does all companies are using OIC? What are the advantages of using OIC? All these things we will be discussing as a basic of OIC. Adding to that, guys, we will be learning to build almost 50, 70, or maybe 100 real-time integrations, and to build those particular integrations, different components of OIC, different sort of actions which are available into OIC. We will be learning about logger, nodes, how to send email notification, switches, parallel, scope, okay, loops, about how to define the loops into the integration, how to use some sort of predefined functions, custom functions, mappers, all these things we will be learning. These are the building blocks. Like if you are we will be starting learning the OIC. Like if you are learning any of the programming language like C, C++, Java, what we will do how to do hello world. Then we will do how to hello world by dynamic name, hello world Piyush, hello world Kumar, hello world admin, like that. Then adding a two number, then doing a calculator sort of function. Then slowly and steadily we will be building up our competency. Guys, OIC is not a programming tool, but we make it simple for those who are not from the IT world, those who are not from the programming world. We will be using the OIC to build small sort of programs. In actual, OIC is supposed to exchange the data or to build the integration between two applications. But before we go to that level, we will be covering everything in basic and all the features that has been offered by Oracle Integration Cloud as a software. We will be seeing practical demonstration of those particular things. Okay, and guys, please be rest assured, nothing to be coded, everything is just drag and drop. Everything is drag and drop. Some wizard will open, wizard will be asking you some questions, we will answer to those particular questions, and internally in background, based on our answers, based on the settings that we will do, system will start behaving accordingly. Guys, there has been very real-time sort of scenarios. Okay, there has been some adapters. These adapters, like how to send the file, how to read the file, how to update the file, how to connect with the ERP, how to do some sort of operations with the HCM tool. There is a file-based adapter. There is a ATP adapter that is supposed to be used to run and manage the database connections. Okay, to insert the data into the all these things we will be discussing as part of this particular training. In addition to that, guys, as we are going to learn, we will be providing your training material. This is the way we are going to discuss what are ERP applications, what are the different modules that we have. Okay, and for each of the concept that we are going to do, although this is more of a practical training, but we have these sort of training materials which has been already built and provided to you from the first day that of your enrollment. Okay, and for all the things that we are going to learn to build and do the things, there has been PPTs. The standard version has been created for your references so that you can refer and utilize these particular sort of training manuals also. Like we are going to cover how to build the reports. These are the contents that we have prepared for you. So just for your reference, I'm just walking you through with those content PPTs. Okay, hope that will help you guys. Okay, and guys, as we said that, okay, we are one of the premium training institute in the world space of Oracle. We have almost trained 20,000 plus sort of consultant, and we have 5 rating into a Google feedback. You may see some of the real-time feedbacks that we have received. We have n number of feedbacks on our WhatsApp group that we have received, and all those positive feedbacks with lot of updates regarding the new job placements, their hike, their promotions, their how they are excelling into their career, that we have received from multiple consultants. Okay, you could see from our Google feedbacks, these are the real-time feedbacks that our participants and the students who have joined our training program and get beneficiated. Okay, as we said that, okay, we have collaborated with large number of recruiters who trusted us, who trusted our training institute, and they trusted our contents that we have trained our students. That is the reason we have collaborated with multiple organizations and managed to support our trained consultants to be deployed into multiple organizations as a real time. Guys, these are the short snapshot of the recently placed consultant with our training institutes. Okay, these are the consultant who has been get trained by us. Okay, and they have been working and got uh, jobs into biggest of the MNCs into an IT workspace. Okay, we have already placed these sort of consultant into these biggest MNCs, and they are already in touch with us, supporting us, collaborating with us, sharing us the details about the new opportunities. So we will be the first one who will be having a pool of consultants who are trained. In addition to that, we have the information about the new requirements. So we will couple and we will link both the trained consultant and these particular job openings to the collaborative partners from the recruitment side. Okay, guys, as a job profile, if you have been enrolled today, today's early bird offer is also going on. If you get yourself enrolled today, you will be getting an additional 2 months of access for Fusion access, and you will be having availing a discount, cash discount of 2,000 rupees in our total fees contents. Okay, and you will be immediately get to join into our WhatsApp group. Okay, where we have been regularly posting a real-time job postings which we are receiving from our recruitment partners. They are reaching back to us, and we will be sharing these sort of details, and these details are across different backgrounds and different sort of experiences. So that is very beneficial for you guys, that from the first day of the enrollment you will be getting to know which sort of opening, what are the subject areas, what are the areas that you should be more entitled to focus upon. Okay, and guys, in last, as we said that, okay, this particular training is Monday to Saturday. This will be almost 50 plus hours of training. We will be providing you the interview questions. Mock interviews are getting conducted at our institute on a regularly basis. Okay, in real time, everything is a real time project experience. Everything that we are going to discuss and offer you is a real time project. There is nothing which is called dummy. One-on-one doubt sessions will be provided if required. Everything is 100% hands-on practical training. There is nothing that, okay, we are leaving any topic unturned until unless there is very specific system requirement, which is not possible. We are covering everything in detail, that is practical hands-on. Okay, guys, lifetime access for the video recording will be provided, as I have already told you in advance. Okay, and this is the early bird offer that we are going on. You will be getting 2 months of additional server access and a discount, cash discount of 2,000 rupees if you get yourself enrolled on today. Because guys, tomorrow onwards, today only we are having this free demo session. Tomorrow onwards, we will be having a full-fledged course that we are going to start with. Okay, so request you to reach out to admin, fill up the form and get yourself enrolled today only. Okay, and just before to conclude, before I'll start taking up your questions, guys, these sort of sheets that we have prepared, that we are going to hand it over to you, that will control all the things in detail, that as part of each course curriculum, as we talk about BIP, what are the things, what are the real-time things that we are going to cover up. Okay, all these things we are discussing and working on to and handing over to you guys, talking about different sort of tools that we are going to work upon. Okay, to make you a better understanding, we have created these sort of, although everything we are going to explain, you should be, after completing the course, you should be at the stage that you should be able to do the judgment that, okay, which tool is required, which sort of technique is best suiting to your business needs. But at a high level, what are the differentiators between these particular tools and techniques to choose from? We have created this quick notes for these particular technologies for your reference. Guys, we will be providing you the assignments for each sort of trainings that you are going to contain about different sort of courses, about different sort of technologies. We have a detailed assignments that we will be handing over to you guys. And interview questions is a demand from the students that, okay, they would like to see the interview questions. So we will be creating and handing over this large sort of interview questions that will be handy and useful for you guys. These sort of all interview questions will be provided to you guys. Okay, and as part of training, guys, there has been live notes that I'm going to create and explain initial things, basics things, or the theoretical aspects. Okay, so these sort of live notes which I'm going to prepare, or already pre-printed notes, this everything has to be explained and provided. Like once we are discussing about OIC versions, type of integration, what has been depreciated, what are the components of OIC, once we are discussing, we are seeing from the front end, as well as these small explanations, these notes which will help you to understand and use the real-time vocabulary about the fusion technical or a technical vocabulary to face the interviews. Everything has been provided. In addition to that, guys, if you get yourself enrolled today, okay, you will be adding into a WhatsApp group, and you will be provided an access for this particular folder. This particular folder that we have for each of the technique that we have learned, we are about to learn, all the samples, all the PPTs, all the related material for those particular things has been captured here for your references. Okay. So that's it what I have planned for today, guys. If you have any questions and doubts, okay, please feel free to ask your questions, and I will be here to clarify your doubts. Over to you guys. Yes,
Hello.
Naresh.
Yeah, team. So before getting into questions, we have a small announcement. 1 second, team. Yeah. So first of all, thanks for the session, Piyush. And thank you so much, everyone, for taking your time to attend this demo. So team, as Piyush mentioned, the actual course fee is 25,000. In that, you will get 2 months of detailed live training. So daily timings will be morning 7 to 8, like 7 to 8 a.m. IST. So that slot you can check in different time zones. So it's a 7 to 8 a.m. IST. As it's a demo, it got slightly delayed today, but from tomorrow onwards, timings will be strictly 7 to 8 a.m. IST. So Monday to Saturday, you will have 1 hour live session daily. Along with that, you will get lifetime video access, means daily session will be recorded and uploaded to the drive folder that you can access it for a lifetime. And along with that, we will provide the 5 months of the Fusion server access to practice the Fusion application, and 2 months of the OIC server access to practice the OIC. And once your training has been completed, there will be placement assistance team. So it starts from the resume preparation. Like let's say if a fresher want to get into this, how you can prepare the resume, how you can portray yourself in the interviews, everything will be guided. Along with that, if any experienced professional is there, if they want to manipulate their existing experience and they want to showcase into Oracle Fusion HCM, or if any people is having a career gap and they want to fill it with some kind of experience, so everything will guide you and will let you know how to prepare the resume in those cases, like what are the projects you need to keep and how you can showcase, how you can portray yourself in the interviews, everything will be guided. Along with that, we'll provide a interview question and answers for each and every component in the technical and OIC. And we'll be taking the mock interviews. So we have a dedicated panel team where they will be conducting this mock interview. So you can get that real-time interview exposure. And finally, we do have a tie-ups with the companies where they will reach out to us for the requirements of trained freshers and also the trained experienced professionals. So we'll be pushing your profiles to those companies as well based on your performance in the mock interviews. So team, this is like this is not a theory program. We can say that it's a end-to-end implementation training program. So daily Piyush will be taking the sessions on real-time scenarios. So application will be configured and shown. So we can confidently say that after our training program, you can get a real-time exposure of 4 to 5 years. So let's say if any person want to keep the experience and if you want to showcase, you can also do that because our training program is focused on that part as well. So team, as we mentioned, actual course fee is 25,000 with all these benefits. But as part of today's early bird offer, we are giving this price concession and offer price. So that is 22,999, means 2,000 discount. Along with that, you will get 2 months additional Fusion server access. So team, whoever interested, we request everyone to please fill the Google form that was shared by our admin team. Otherwise, we request to get in touch with us on the displayed number, that is 8179563510, to get yourself enrolled. And we request if anyone have any specific issues to your background or your profile or your experience manipulation or your career gap filling, if you have any that specific kind of issue, we request to get in touch with us offline so that we'll guide you based on your personal profile and we'll suggest that. So team, whoever interested, please get in touch with us and enroll today to get this early bird offer price. Now the forum is yours. You can start unmuting yourself and you can ask the questions. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, please.
Ma'am, is there any time change? Why? Because we are staying in the USA, so there will be a problem with the timing.
This month we have a 7 to 8 a.m. IST slot, ma'am. So, I mean, like, if you have any issues also, no problem with that because everyday session will be recorded and uploaded to the portal. So anytime if you are not able to attend also, you can just go to that session and you can reach out to us. Both the trainer and our support team will be available to help you out. Otherwise, please do reach out us offline so that we can work on some possibilities.
Yeah, but instead of okay,
Yeah, sure.
and
Great.
Yeah, please, any questions?
Hi, Piyush. This is Naresh here. I just wanted to confirm whether we are going to cover fast formulas or not, because this is a technical course. We definitely require fast formulas included in this course, right? So just want to confirm that.
Yes. Hi, Naresh. Fast formula is not being considered as a technical work. It is a functional aspects. But yes, it is majorly that functional people are not writing, but technical persons are being involved or called to do that work. So from the context, if you're from the EBS background, the fast formula, which are very intuitive and things in EBS. In addition to that, there has been some simplicity has come into fast formulas in Fusion, but there is an extension of the fast formulas also in terms of some sort of techniques. Okay, whatever that is being within the space of technicality of fast formulas, that all will be covered. The basic of fast formulas also being covered. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, ready. P
Hello,
ready.
Piyush.
Yes.
So, are we covering data migration part of this course?
Yes, there has been. We have been discussing about the data loading techniques, right?
Yeah.
All the data loading is a data migration, whether you're loading one employee data or 10,000 employee data, everything is, if you learn the technology in the real time scenario, whatever, like if you are in a maintenance project, you may be asked to work on to do 10 records, or you are into an implementation project, you may be asked to migrate 100 records. We are learning the technology.
Sure. Thanks.
Asos Care, Nadeem, Naresh, Raiza, Rajesh, Sai,
Uh,
Satta,
Hi, Piyush
Srinivas.
sir.
Any question?
This is Arun. Can you
Yes,
hear me?
Arun. Yes, Arun, I
Yeah,
can hear.
hi, good morning. So I have a question. So this is a combination of Fusion and Oracle Integration Cloud, right? So ICS.
Yes,
I
yes.
just wanted to, confirm one thing that the OIC, all the parts of OIC are covered here, right? Like we are not
All the
lefting out any part of the OIC, right? Maybe the agent configuration or the lookups configuration,
nothing is left.
right? So yeah, that's the thing I wanted to confirm. And also, if possible, I'm not sure the other lady who spoke. I'll be sharing a detail, what I can say, an index of OIC. Can you guys confirm that all of those are covering here? I think I've already talked with her. She said there is no dedicated Oracle Integration Cloud ICS course that's been involved in our
So,
institute,
so
right?
guys, what has happened? There is no specific OIC training. Okay, we have clubbed the OIC and Fusion training together after doing a thorough market research that how we can help and how the students will get benefited by learning something. Okay, so please refrain yourself. Everything related to OIC. Okay, creating the hello world to creating the complex integration where you are calling the web services, calling the data from Fusion by calling the BIP report, doing some sort of exceptional handling, processing the data, transforming the data, sending it into some FTP server, sending into some database, custom databases. Once the process is done, sending a notification to the end user stakeholder that this work is done or not done. Okay, these sort of integrations we are going to build, which are the live sort of business requirements, reading the data, calling the web services, putting the data into the FTP server, putting the data into the database server. Everything will be done from scratch till the complexity level. Okay,
Okay, yeah, got it. So the PCS and VBCS were also
PCS
covered
and
in this.
VBCS are not covered. PCS and
Mm,
VBCS are not the OIC. If somebody is looking for OIC, if you go to the any of the job description, anyone is asking like, okay, we OIC consultants are required. OIC means ICS, Integration Cloud Service.
yes.
If somebody is looking for VBCS, they will specifically ask for VBCS consultant, which is something to run and design some sort of applications, websites, UI, which requires a end-to-end different sort of skill set. Okay, to learn about HTML, learn about JavaScript, learn about how the events of the page are going to work and behave. Okay, that is a different technology. For that, we are not covering here. PCS is also a different end-to-end technology. Okay, these are not coming
Process.
into the OIC. Okay, these are the two additional tools which has been offered Oracle Integration Cloud, but the main technology is ICS.
Okay, do we have another offering that covers PCA, like was Visual Cloud Builder and
Yeah,
Process Cloud Builder?
for that you can reach out to admin. They will guide you. Okay.
Okay, okay, sure, sure. Thanks, Piyush.
Yes, Krishna. Over to you, Krishna. Krishnamurti, I'm not getting your voice.
Hello. Hi.
Yes, Krishna.
Hello. I am Nadeem. Hi.
Okay. Hi, Nadeem.
Hi. How are you? Okay, so
All good, all good.
actually, I have doubt like so basically this training is mainly focused on fusion. So can we also give an interview for OIC because earlier you were saying like here we will learn only the basic of OIC.
Sir, where I said just now I have answered. You will be a trained OIC consultant. You will claim that you are a live trained experienced OIC consultant having an experience of almost around 1.5 year, 2 year.
Okay.
Everything related to OIC which is there till the date we are going to close the OIC training will be covered.
Okay.
And guys,
Okay,
please
Martin.
rest assured like OIC has a version 1, version 2, version 3. Version 1 is very basic, version 2 is very popular, but that is now going to be obsolete. Version 3 also come for almost 1.5 year. So we are going to give you the access for version 3, and we are training also in version 3, the latest version 3. Every companies are looking for the trained consultant who knows version 3. Okay, so we are covering version 3 only, the latest one. Yes, Krishna, over to you, Krishna.
Hey Piyush, can you hear me now?
Yes, Krishna, I can hear you.
Okay. Hey, see, someone who is already working on Oracle EBS and expertise on BIP fast formula. Okay.
Okay.
And this course is basically for the someone who is not aware of the Oracle Fusion. Is there a course maybe from the intermediate level to the advanced level? Because if you compare my skill set, almost 40 to 50% is already covered. Only remaining 50% is what I'm looking.
Definitely, Krishna, if you are a skilled person, if you're like experienced person, okay, this
Yes.
particular course has been designed for a community learning where we are expecting a variety of consultants, a variety of teammates with a variety of experience coming on. Okay, you may reach out to admin, but I will still suggest you this is the best course that is available. We have conducted this particular course curriculum. There may be certain things which you know, but you might not be knowing from the fusion perspective. Okay, you know BIP report from the EBS side, but BIP report to be used into Fusion is a different, altogether different tool. Here we are not going to create manual data templates and all in XML way. There has been different ways which are not available into BIP of EBS, but which are available into Fusion. Whatever the experience that you hold, that will definitely
Yes.
help you to grow and gain more advantages. But if you're saying that, okay, you know something and you need to skip, that is your self-learning journey. Okay, but the course is from scratch till the complexities.
Okay, on the other question, on the Oracle Fusion, there are some ESS job, Java related ESS job. Is it covered in this part of course?
Yes, ESS jobs are there. There has been different sort of technologies. Like if we say there is a technology called FBDI. FBDI requires to run through some sort of ESS jobs or some sort of schedule processes. So while we are learning those technology, we said that, okay, there is a screen called utilities. In those utilities, what are those utilities? To make use of the technology, some utilities are supposed to be used. So we are correlating and using those things. Same way as we said, the BIP is the technology. We are building the BIP report and we are going to learn to schedule the BIP reports, right? So in scheduling the BIP report also, there is a way that we have to create a ESS job for each of the BIP report. We can create a ESS job. So we will be learning how to create a custom ESS job from scratch. Okay, that everything
Okay,
is being covered.
yeah, thanks. That answers.
Thank you. SS Bhanu, any other questions you have?
Sorry, I have one question. Is that fine to ask?
Yes.
So just would like to understand, data migration is done from technical consultant, or there will be a separate data migration consultant?
It's just a skill. It is like 20-30 different sort of skills. In a real-time project, there will be a consultant team of project to project, maybe 10 consultant, 15 consultant, 20 consultant. Some are functional, some are technical, some are expert into approval management, some are expert into customization. It all depends the kind of opportunity, kind of structure of the team, kind of the you can say methodologies or the way that the manager is pretending and managing their team. Okay, but as a technical consultant, as part of this sports course curriculum, we are going to cover everything, you are going to learn everything, and in terms of extracting the data and in terms of loading the data, that is a major primary work of a technical consultant. You will never be unturned whether you will be extracting one record or you will be loading 1 lakh record. Everything is going to covered.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
team, I think we can wind up the session. So if you have any further questions, we request to reach out to us offline and we'll get it resolved. So we request everyone to please do reach out to us and get yourself enrolled today to get this early bird offer price. So from tomorrow, team, the price will be 25,000 and instance access will be 5 months only. So whoever interested, please do reach out to us and confirm the enrollments by today. So let's catch up for the tomorrow session. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you everyone.